What's that?
It's a house all by itself. That's kind of weird. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Someone's there.
What?
Ah!
What is it? What do you two want?
Hey, you're from the Furbit tribe of Sindane, aren't you? It's so cute, all curly and everything.
Hey! Hey!
That's right. There's something I want to ask you, okay?
This is how you ask a favor?
Oh, sorry.
Ow! 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 Oh!
Have you heard of a being here named Jurak?
Ah!
I wonder why he got so mad.
Yeah.
Nobody's home!
I hear the Furbits are crazy about grape juice. And we brought all this grape juice, too. Now what are we gonna do? If he won't let us in, I guess we'll just have to throw it away.
Come in!
Hey, it worked! Well, look at that! 3 of them! What? Oh, you want the grape juice, huh? Well, it'll cost ya. Let's see. I've heard you Furbits have a mysterious magical power to make things like houses and plants.
What are you getting at?
I want you to use that power to help us.
Help you?
You probably know there's something strange going on. The whole world has become like one big deserted island. Everything's disappeared. At this rate, there won't be anything left in the future. I want you to use your building power to rebuild a town in this time.
No way! It's too much work. Besides, we got no time for that, so just run along now, will you?
What do you...
Even if I told you, it wouldn't change a thing. Hold on, Rococo.
Okay, you two, I think I understand. Come on over here and have a seat. The name's Conda. This here's Rococo. And this is Tobo. Pleased to meet you. So, who might you two be?
I'm Monica.
I'm Max. Nice to meet you.
You know there's something wrong with the world, right? A great darkness is trying to distort the flow of time.
I was beginning to wonder about what was happening to our forest. Of course, I'd like to help out, but... to be honest, we're in a bit of a fix ourselves. Even if we wanted to, we can't help you till we solve our own problems.
What's wrong? Tell us about it.
It's a long story, but it must have been about a year ago or so. One day, a beautiful woman got lost and wandered in here. We don't like humans too much, so we approached her carefully. Humans are crafty, cunning creatures. That's how we've always thought of you. But this woman was different, she was. Her soul was more beautiful than words can describe. Said her name was Holly. I had a feeling that wasn't her real name, but that didn't matter a bit. During the few days and weeks she was with us, she wove a sort of spell over us all. She had us in the palm of her hand. Then, one day out of the blue, something happened. Holly left to search for food and just disappeared into the forest, never to return. A few days went by and still no Holly. We were so sad. It was like our hearts had been broken into a million little pieces. There was no way we could go on without her. In those few short weeks, she had become an essential part of our lives. She was part of us all. So we formed a search party to search for Holly. A party of 4 set out for Rainbow Butterfly Wood, where she disappeared that day. But those 4 haven't come back yet either. I was sure I picked the most able-bodied of our tribe, but they turned out to be a bunch of goofs. So basically, at this point in time, I'm afraid we can't help you 2 out. You want us to use our special powers to help you, but the thing is, all 7 of us have to be here in order for it to work. Besides, we're really not in a helping mood. I'm pretty sure you understand.
That's quite a story.
I have a proposition to make.
I bet I can guess. You want us to go into the woods and find your 4 friends, right?
You mean you'll help us? Could you also keep an eye out for Holly? Each day without her brings us nothing but gloom.
I understand. 4 or 5, what's the difference? What is this Holly? Any special features?
Special features, let me see. Must have been something. Her hair. It was long, I think. No, wait. Maybe it was short. I think. Wait, that's it. The potato pies she used to make were the greatest.
That's right, they were mighty tasty.
Yeah, incredible.
Forget it.
Potato pie? That reminded me of the potato pies you made for me when I was a kid. They were so warm, eating them would always cheer me up. The most delicious potato pies in the whole world. Could it be the Holly that the Furbits talked about was actually you, Mother? Just thinking that made my heart beat faster. This was the other reason that I wanted to see the world, so that I could find you again, Mother. Even though the world had been laid waste, I had a feeling that you were out there, somewhere.
It's just beyond here. Lately there seem to be some nasty monsters living in these parts. Watch yourselves now. Yeah. Legend has it that in these woods lives a mysterious rainbow-colored butterfly. And anyone who lays eyes upon that butterfly never leaves the woods again. You know, I wonder if Holly and the search party we sent out went and accidentally found themselves that rainbow butterfly. Just be careful not to run into that rainbow butterfly.
What do you mean, be careful? What could we possibly do to prevent it?
If that happens,
If that happens?
just pretend you didn't see it.
Huh? Well, whatever. Okay, we're off.
Oh, take this with you, boy.
What's this?
It's the Furbird's favorite thing in the world, grape juice. If you have this with you, those guys just might smell you and come running.
Okay, I got you. Thanks, Conda.
Good. I'll be here waiting for you. I wish you good luck.
We got them all. they are! The whole lot of them!
Hold on. Something's up.
Huh? Yeah, something weird's going on. Let's try talking to them.
Well, okay.
Ah, rat. Everyone's gone all weird. The fish aren't biting. What a drag.
What happened to him?
Beats me. I got separated from my three buddies, and when I saw them again, they were like that. They won't go anywhere, you see. So I'm just killing time with a little fishing. Although, you know what? I'm pretty thirsty. You wouldn't have something to drink now, would you? Something smells good, that's for sure. Ah, this'll do nicely. Just what I wanted, thanks. Here, you can have my rod. Take some time for fishing. It'll clear your head. Come back any time if you run out of bait.
Hey, isn't that Master Utan?
You know that thing? Is it safe to go closer?
Yeah, it's alright. He's a pretty well-behaved monster. He doesn't hurt people. But it looks like something's wrong with him. Is he okay? What's the matter? Are you hurt?
Humans, Don't see them every day. Now that I think about it, there was another half-pint bumbling around earlier. This forest's starting to get nice and crowded these days.
Never mind that. You look like you're in pain. What happened?
It's pitiful, really, but I was awful hungry and somehow got my hands on the forbidden fruit. When I did, my whole body just up and froze like this, and I couldn't move. My fault for messing with the Holy One's food. I'll bet the Holy One must be pretty ticked off right about now.
So you ate one of these, huh? It's a poison apple. No wonder you don't feel so good. Never mind, don't worry. You'll feel better after you rest for a while. By the way, who's this Holy One?
The Holy One is a great fish who's brought happiness to this forest.
A holy fish?
Monica, maybe this has something to do with those three back there.
Aha! I think I'm starting to understand now. This Holy One must have bewitched those three somehow. I bet the Holy One is really a big fish monster.
Well then, Master Utan, where can we find this Holy One?
Didn't you see a big old swamp on your way here? They say the Holy One lives in that swamp. I haven't seen him myself yet.
Swamp, huh? Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I remember.
Let me see. A big fishy monster named the Holy One that hangs out in the swamps bewitching people. This ought to be fun.
Let's go check it out.
right. Thanks, Master Utan. You've been a big help.
Hey, don't forget to mind your manners when you're dealing with the Holy One.
Why don't we try fishing it out?
Huh? Fish it out?
Well, we've got a fishing rod. We know the Holy One likes poison apples. And wait. Let's give it a try. Go on now, try it.
Okay.
What's going on here? There's a hook stuck in my beautiful lips. Is this your doing? I won't forgive this.
You're the one that made the little ones act so strangely. You must change them back.
Oh yes, more victims of my beauty. Really, beauty can be a curse, you know. Anyway, why are you here?
I already told you. I want you to change those little furbits back to the way they were.
Well, such a thing would be quite simple, my dears. But nothing comes for free, you know. Business is business, and everything's business.
Oh boy, this is gonna be another pain.
So what do you want us to do?
Ooh, so the little boy understands too. Listen carefully then. I won't say this again. Mwah! As everyone knows, I'm very fond of beautiful things. But here's the thing. Recently, you know, I've become a bit, well, dirty. Ooh, it's so embarrassing. But listen to this. There's a fish called the pristine fish that can clean up all the dirt from my body. So what I'd like you to do is go over there and catch it for me. You've got all that fishing gear, so you may as well use it, don't you think? Well, do you get my drift?
A pristine fish. Okay, and when we get it, we want you to return those 3 back to normal.
Yes, I know. You don't have to tell a man twice.
What? You're a guy?
I'll be waiting. You caught it! Oh, excellent! This lovely pristine fish will kiss all the grime off my body and make me look stunning again. Yeah. Oh.
Right, you promised. Return those 3 to normal.
Oh yes, of course. Is this what you were after?
So now those 3 are better?
Well, why don't you go have a look? Well, please excuse me. I wish you the best.
Well, he's certainly cheerful. I'll give him that.
Let's go and look.
Right.
Hey!
How is everyone?
Oh, they suddenly returned to normal. I'm so relieved I can't tell you.
What in the world have I been doing? I cannot remember a darn thing.
Last thing I remember, I was thirsty, and I drank some of that swamp water.
I can't remember anything past that either. What in the world happened to us?
You've all been under the Holy One's spell.
The Holy One? Who's that?
It's a fish monster that lives in the swamp. You guys almost ended up trapped here forever.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, what are we going to do about Holly?
Oh, sure, we gotta look for Holly.
Hold on, guys. We should come up with a plan first. Let's go back to Sindane.
It's you! Is everyone all right? Boss! We were gone a long time. What have you been up to?
We'll tell you everything later.
What about Holly? Where is she? Where's Holly?
I am sorry, but Holly isn't anywhere.
Okay, hold it a minute. Listen, you two. Now that we've got everyone together, it's time for us to hold up our end of the deal. In return, can I ask you two to go search for Holly for us? By the look of things, I guess Holly really did find that legendary rainbow butterfly. It must be true that all those who lay eyes on it never leave the forest again. The only way to find Holly is to find the rainbow butterfly first and fall under the same spell. And then just break the spell, of course.
Rainbow butterfly, huh? I don't know. Do you really think it exists?
Alrighty, we got ourselves a deal. We'll help you guys out, and you go find Holly Forest. Alright? All clear?
Okay, we'll try.
It's settled then. You better get a move on, lads. Yeah!
What are they gonna do?
I have no idea.
What in the world's that noise?
What's that thing?
What the heck is that?
I don't know. Wow! Whoa!
I can't believe it!
This is just amazing! What an incredible machine! How cool is that?
You like that, eh? With this thing, you can make anything you want. Plant trees, build houses, whatever.
Truly amazing! Can I get on board?
Sure, by all means. This here is the control room for our pal, Carpenterian. This is the ultimate building machine, forged from all of the technology handed down through our Furbit generations. Besides houses and buildings, it can build lots of natural things too, even trees and rivers.
Looks like we can bring back Jurak's origin point with this.
Hey, don't forget to find Holly for us now.
Yes, we know.
What's that?
That's the reactor where you put the geostones.
Geostones?
Yep. Geostones are mysterious stones invented by the ancients. The geostones contain all the advanced knowledge of the ancient ones. Carpenterian is a revolutionary machine that uses the technology packed inside the geostones to make new things. When you put a geostone into the reactor, Carpenterian can store the data for building whatever is recorded on the geostone. That way, you can make new things. Just to warn you, even with the necessary data, some buildings can only be built on certain types of land. I think it's like Monica said, someone changed the forest here. But if you collect geostones hidden in the forest, you just might be able to change this place back to the way it used to be.
Sounds great. We'll do it.
Let's go then, Monica.
You bet.
We're counting on you to find Holly.
Max, look!
Huh?
It's a time gate. You can pass between this time and mine through this gate. You just use that stone, you're at Lemuria.
What? You mean this red stone?
That's right. It's not just a pretty rock, you know. It's got mystical powers that let you pass through time. And the one I've got is the blue at Lemuria. They each have their own powers. Red brings you to the future, and blue to the past. With the two of them, we can use this gate to move back and forth between past and future. When we get Jurak's origin point back, we can use this gate to go see him.
Hold it a minute. My father gave me this stone. Why did he have something like this?
They say an Atlamilia can pick who it wants to belong to. It must have picked your father. And then it picked you, Max.
What? Me?
Anyway, the main thing now is to get Jurak back. I bet Jurak can tell us all kinds of things. About Griffin, about the rainbow butterfly.
I guess you would know.
Now we've really got to get to work. We have to get Sindane back into shape and bring back the Great Elder Jurak.
All right.
Hey, you're back.
Master Utan, you're looking a lot better now.
Sure. I just ate something I wasn't supposed to, after all.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
By the way, we want to ask you a favor.
Hmm?
We want to get through here. Do you think you can move that boulder for us?
Oh, that? Piece of cake. Wait right here.
Wow! Master Utan, you're so strong!
How about that? Guess I still got it. Ow!
Are you okay?
Oh boy, I've gone and sprained my back. I think I'll rest here a while. You go on ahead.
Maybe you should exercise a little more often. But thanks a lot. You really helped us out.
Right. We'll see you later. takes care of you guys.